Hello, beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to your second reading of the day. Thank you so much for being with me. I appreciate you so very, very much. Thank you for all your support. Everything I offer is in the description box if that interests you. But as always, you subscribing, hitting that notification bell, being here constantly to offer support, comments in the most uplifting way, sharing your journey with me is always the one thing I truly appreciate. All right, so we have the Four of Swords here. This morning we had the Councils of All Beings. If you haven't seen that reading and you're interested, they're both linked together. In other words, it's going to be the same kind of message coming through, but these are standalone, so if you're watching this one and that's all you can watch, that's perfect as well. The Four in this reading is speaking about the inaction that you take, the time out, the rest to reflect on the negative things that we tend to do to ourselves. And in this case, I'm going to focus on the mind. Every time my mind goes off careening into different directions that it's not supposed to, I have started putting a stop to it by naming my mind a certain name, a careening K. I won't say the full name of the K because it upsets some people. But whatever you want to call your meandering mind, you know, I always hear, don't let it go out there by itself. The mind has a tendency of just sending you careening in directions that maybe you don't really need to be. Not maybe, absolutely. Sometimes we make the worst of situations, trying to solve problems that haven't even shown up yet. And in that space and time, you cause yourself more harm physically, energetically, than you possibly you don't even realize you're doing, okay? In that time, when you do that, when something is bothering you or you're going round and round in your mind, the best thing that you can possibly do at these times, Pisces, is actually get some rest, to change, to stop that energetic flow in the direction that it's going, such as this person is doing, taking some rest, okay? Hanging up the swords, and just taking a time out. In that time when you wake up, I would love you to practice being in the current moment, naming off the things that you're grateful for. Are all these things that you're trying to resolve actually an actual reality in your life? Are you mature enough to handle whatever appears in your life? Can you be a mature, calm force in the waters, in the hectic waters of life? Most of the time it's yes. So why give it more energy than you need to, okay? If you have a plan, if you've worked on things, or you're working on things every day, it doesn't serve any purpose for you to become an overachiever in the department of stressing out about possible things that may happen. I'm going to pull from the wisdom of the hidden realms, and we're going to see what they can offer as well. The Queen of the Light. Oh, I like that. Illumination, enlightenment, and celebration. Number 6. Beautiful, beautiful card. Beautiful card. Let's see what it has to say. Right away, I feel a lightness of being. So much better. Okay? You have this dark card where you're in the dark, but sometimes you need to close your eyes and have like that clean slate of darkness. While I'm doing these reading this week, I am holding on to this. Usually you can have like a rose quartz, but there's no real for myself. Whatever works for you works for you. In other words, there's no set ways, it's like if you do that, something bad's going to happen. For me, I've had this smooth, dark rock for a long time, and what I do is I pour the darkness of the mind into it. And it's a very cool rock. It's very cool to the touch. So when I feel that it's warmed up in my mind, I believe that all of this hot and bothered energy is entering this rock. And then I go and run it underwater, and I imagine that all of that energy is being put into the earth and being transmuted into something that can grow, right? So this helps a lot, okay, Pisces? Whatever helps for you. Rest, meditation, pouring negative energies out of you, all works, okay? So, we have here, the Queen of Light is a beautiful ally and comes into your life to herald success in all your ventures. She illuminates the most important steps on your path and reminds you of your own brilliance. You're intelligent and inspired, and all your needs will be met. Remember that you're the instrument of the divine shining through you in this world. You're on the correct path for your highest good. So this is like a little, a little bump in the shoulder from Spirit going, don't worry so much. Don't worry so much. Okay? You're here to make things happen. Sometimes you're the only one who stops it from happening too. Okay? The Queen also brings you insight in how you manifest your reality in the most miraculous ways. She promises that you'll be shown the next right action and celebrates you as you stand brilliant, joyful, and enlightened in the present time. You've worked hard to come this far. You can be proud to stand tall in your conviction that in your heart of hearts, you know the truth of your situation. Heart of hearts again. We have a lot of heart chakra center today. Focusing on the love center of the self. Okay? Rewards for your perseverance and willingness to learn are on their way. Gratitude and acceptance are key today. Okay? And I'm going to read the challenge because today is the day of block. So it's important that you know how to counterbalance what's coming in. It says the Queen of Light challenges you to shine your light and not to give in to fear or the monkey mind. Okay? Are you hiding yourself in fear? Are you afraid of success as you are of failure? The light of divine shining within you is the power that expresses through you. This, not your ego, is the authentic place of self-expression. The Queen of Light also challenges you to look how you're affected by glamour, glitter, and superficial dreams of society. Okay, so she's asking you to look at what you really, really want. And are you mesmerized by false things? The material world is fleeting. Nothing lasts forever. Make sure your intentions come from deep within you, your heart center. And don't base them just on money or power, what you think love will do for you. Ask instead what you can offer, what you can give. True wealth resides within peace, harmony, and a sense of purpose. Remember that light isn't garish and cold, nor is it manufactured. It's warm and brilliant and natural. Give up the attachment to the outer goal, and if it's meant to be yours, it surely will come. Okay? So, there you go. It's got both messages. Take the time out to really just... Sometimes the failure we fear is the stuff that's really not going to make us happy anyway. Okay? Would you be happy having a life that is fulfilled rather than, plentiful in material things? Material things do help. But there are plenty of people, and even some people on this channel, who don't need even the materialist things of that everybody expects and can still find happiness in every day. So, just remember, okay, that what we teach ourselves to believe, what we teach ourselves to fear, doesn't mean very much. Doesn't need to mean anything. Oh yes, this is the deck. This is the Herb Crafter's Tarot. I haven't used it in a long time, but since we're doing a lot of earthy type readings this week, because the elevation of the planet and nature is calling us in to come and get healed by it, I figured it was a good week to do it. Okay? Okay, so you have the Six of Fire, a victory. You have Nasturtium. I have no idea what that is. let's take a quick look. I love this this book. It's a very different tarot deck, so very nice though. Okay. I like they do it all in, they do all the sixes, they do all the numbers together. So it's celebrate yourself and others. Call to circle, make some magic. Glitter and spice magnify power and joy. Okay, so there's beautiful beeswax pillars waiting to be adorned. Red and gold glitter spills onto the table. Nasturtium flowers, crimson, orange, and yellow, pepper the table. A candle is lit in the center of the holy mess to mark the beginning of a sacred time of the holy mess. Okay, so perfect. So perfect. Okay, raise a little power for healing and transformation. There's the healing card. Cheer on your friends and praise their accomplishments as they do for you. Okay, drawing bees and nourishing soil. Wildly growing nasturtium is a vibrant plant that brings life to the garden. Your ability to bring people together creates magic. Claim your place. As a community leader, gather circles. Creativity ignites creativity. Nasturtium blooms in many colors. Let your personal flair shine. Dance to your own beat. There's that drum again. We had the drum come out this morning in that reading in case. So create your drum beat while dancing in harmony with others. Okay? So celebrate your accomplishments with pizzazz. But the big thing was a candle is lit in the center of the holy mess to mark the beginning of a sacred time. So this is telling you right away, life is going to be a mess. You're going to have big messes everywhere. It doesn't mean that they're careening messes that are going to get you in trouble. They're beautiful messes that are going to bring you joy as well. Okay? Out of that, you can have some beautiful and exciting surprises. This is not hurting anybody. And it's so beautiful to the eye. Okay? It can engender creativity. It can bring about so many different exciting new things. It doesn't all have to be a recipe for disaster. And that's what they're trying to say here. Not everything is a recipe for disaster, Pisces. Nasturtium. I don't even know if we had that here. They look familiar. They remind me of a flower we have here. I can't think of the name now. That's okay. Okay. So we have Hawthorn and the Lovers. It came out in reverse, but it doesn't really matter because if you look at the image, they're kind of intertwined. So what I'm seeing here is there are two different vines of two different types of flower and leaves. So you can bring in harmony even in a mess. And that's what I feel. It's like, why are you trying to figure out every possible permutation of what could go wrong, Pisces, when things can work within each other, even if they're not perfectly matched. Not even if you don't have the perfect solution to every problem. Do you know how many permutations of everything can happen in this life? And sometimes it takes such a left or right turn, and you're left standing there going, I could have never anticipated where this would have gone. You ever have that happen? You're going, I don't know how many things had to come together to make this happen, but it's happening. How is that even possible? And even your meandering and careening mind could have never written down all the possibilities of that. There are just as many possibilities of things going completely right and you not knowing how that happened, as many that you create in your mind that could go wrong. So why not tap into the harmony of things and see how they can work together, how a mess can bring people together, how two different wreaths can bring people together, how they can cooperate with one another. Okay. The Four of Air. Here it is again. Okay, it's come out 3 times today. It came out this morning and has come out 2 times here. Okay? Lavender. Now I know lavender. Lavender is the beautiful herb that I use. I use it in a lot of beauty products. It has a beautiful smell. It has a calming smell. I've put oil in my bath water and just kind of with Epsom salts and just kind of, I don't know, it calms the body along with chamomile as well. It's a very calming effect. Okay, lavender. And I feel it's like calm the mind, Pisces. Okay, heal the mind. Take a break. Take a moment. Put your shoes off. See? Her Crocs are there, all her tools are there. She just kind of, I imagine her just laying in the sun here and looking up at the clouds and seeing what shapes she can see. Smelling the lavender around her, taking a break, and being completely at ease. And not letting the mind take over and drive her insane. Okay? You have to, sometimes you have to just, it's funny, but you have to use your brain to stop the mind. It's kind of saying the same thing, but you have to use the brain to stop the mind from running away with itself. Okay? And you have to tap into the rest of your energies to do it. Tap into the heart, tap into your imagination, tap into your spiritual self. Just bring them all in and say, okay, mind, it's time to take a break. It's time to see things on the lighter. It's time to what is it? Is it, they're telling me something from the 60s. Trip the light fantastic? Something like that? Okay, so that means just, you know, take a walk on the wild side, I think. All right. The devil, blackberry. Yeah. In a way, I feel that the devil and the mind have something in common. And I know it's kind of saying, but in this case, I really feel that way. I feel that the mind is always constantly creating restrictions and boundaries because we're putting things in compartments. And it leaves so little space for us to free ourselves to other things, okay? The mind makes you believe that things are a certain way, and I feel that sometimes things are not what they appear to be in the mind. So, with the devil, it's let awareness awaken the power of choice. Break free of the desires that keep you trapped. Gorgeous. I love this. I love the way it's brought up. I'm going to read. Knowing what keeps you bound can set you free. You may be feeling trapped by something you love, or at least you feel like you love. You want something and you're saying, I would love to have that, or that person or whatever, but you're trapping yourself in the mind, okay? It feels good to think about, but yet you're depleted. Blackberries are delicious, but the vines strangle everything in their path. Don't become ensnared by the sweet fruit of pleasure while ignoring your true needs. Okay. In Sleeping Beauty, bramble creeps over the land, protecting the people while they slumber. Blackberry can be a safe but destructive hedge. Consider what you're indulging in, and are they keeping you from seeing the light? There she is. Be your own prince, princess, and cut them away. Wake up and choose transformation. Okay? There you go. Right there. Okay? The Empress, Rose, creativity coming in. You have all these different petals that have taken apart. They're allowing you to create all kinds of different things. If you kept the rose just as a simple flower, you could do some, but you can do a lot more. Two of Air, Chicory. Okay, so I am going to look at this because the Two of Air is the Two of Swords. So it usually brings in something that is restricting you. So I really want to see what they have to say with this. Release long-held beliefs. Be receptive to guidance. Old ideas can be blinders to new wisdom. Let go of worn-out thinking to see an issue clearly. Chicory is often classified as a weed. It is, however, a beneficial medicine plant that draws important insects to the garden. Be receptive to new guidance. Gather information before taking action. Then be still and look within. Be still, be still, be still. There's that Four of Air. Okay? As a long chicory taproot brings nourishment to the surface, a deep dive will quiet self-doubt. What is really true? Acknowledge what you do not want to accept, then be willing to listen. When is it your turn to share? Do not hide behind a closed, fearful heart. Open wide like the bold chicory flowers. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, and I think that's pretty much says it all. I think we're going to end it on here, and I think this is gorgeous, Pisces. I hope that you're getting a lot from this. Today, they were really tapping into what the mind and how it can really stop you, how you're even outwitting yourself from possible solutions by trying to figure things out before anything actually happens. So I hope this message is really coming clear. And yeah, in below, I always like to have you guys think of something for the rest of your day or whatever's left of it. And so I want you to write, I'm open to new wisdom. I am open to new wisdom. And I want you to really meditate on that. When your mind starts careening into something in the next couple of days, I want you to say, I'm open to new wisdom. Okay? All right, Pisces. I'm sending you love, light, and blessings. As always, thank you so much for being here. Take good care of yourself, and I will see you later.